Hey, welcome to the stream. Okay, cannon there. Probably to recycle on the second one and at the same time threatening here. I could push, but I would probably lack some ideas at some point. I believe that's the most solid to play for him. Yeah, because then that can become weak, or even that. I'm thinking about pushing, but that will just create a weakness here because the elephant will not defend anymore. And I'm kind of needing to, I don't know, activate this. And now I have left some holes in my defense, so I need to be careful of what may happen with those elephants. But it's kind of unclear. I don't like that much my position, to be honest. Reason for that is that I'm not seeing where I can smoothly open. Maybe, yeah, I can try something like that. So the idea will be to force a choice for the rook. If the rook stays there, that will weaken my position, but I will be able to push. And if not, then I can open my own file. So I'll go with that. Not completely convinced, but it's giving me a real chance for counterplay. So check this. I'm okay with that at that stage. I will need to, yeah, be careful with the elephant coming back. Okay, elephant goes there. That's fine because uh, I was kind of worried for that square since it has a lot of potential. But now I think it's slightly more comfortable as soon as this pawn is not moving. So how to find a follow-up for that? Probably this, maybe coming there and having some ideas to push here. I believe that's smooth enough plan. So yeah, I decided to go with one cannon only, but I have the pair of knight. Right now they are defending each other, so that's kind of okay. And I will go for this. Okay, problem is that cannon there and cannon back will actually be a bit annoying. So maybe I should, I don't know, go for something else. Can actually push and then try to wing the pawn. That would be very solid. Yeah, I think that's the correct play. Okay, well, I cannot push here directly, but maybe I can do it like that. That's it's putting my pawn to the outside, but in the same sense, I could see why it's very useful. My game is lagging. Yeah, connection is a bit too weak. Check. Okay. I'm not sure it's that good because you will lose a bit of tempo to recycle back. Okay. So his rook is weaker than it appears. As long as there's not a cannon here, I'm fine because the defense is solid and working. And my plan is actually to exchange, because the knight will become stronger and stronger as the game is exchanging, and the cannon will be weaker and weaker. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. And now yeah, I'm okay with that. Okay, so elephant takes seems the correct play. And I will try to think about maybe coming back here someday. In the meanwhile, this appears to be interesting. So I'll just go for that. This is protected. And now that creates a weakness here, which can be solved by offloading. But I'm happy because that's separating the pawns. It will not be easy to make progress, but at the same time I already have the score lead, so in some sense I can just try to rest. Oh, and my game is lagging a lot for some reasons. Hmm. Okay. So the knight is not defended anymore. Yeah. I'm buying time because I'm lagging so much that it's becoming dangerous for me. Maybe this? Yeah, actually, why not? So I was thinking about what happens if I take. There is chance to be trapped, but actually it's holding on, so no big deal about that. Okay, so now I have possibility to infiltrate my knight, which seems good because take. Yeah, maybe he should have gone to another side to avoid that, because now I believe that there is a potential combination. Elephant takes, pawn takes, and cannon takes this. Or maybe even the opposite. Oh yeah, because if I do this, he can do this. Okay, so in some sense, I can swap the order of the moves. Take. But then my elephant will be somehow trapped. What I can try is actually to bring another knight. Okay. Not completely sure of that. There's that could be actually very dangerous. But I think it's holding. Because take. And if he goes there, I go here. And if he goes there, I go back here and the... Yeah. Oh, no, sorry. This. That looks like a nice combination. Take. So as I was saying on this, I go there, and if he threaten back, yeah. So that means I have to save that elephant, which I have two possibilities. But if I go here, I'm losing the knight. So actually there is only one choice. Come on. Which is also creating an opening there that I will take if I can. Yeah, so I come back to my only square and I have a threat here that is solved by pushing there. Okay, I'm at a stage where I could go back here or go there. Both of those are completely satisfying. Okay, I think I will go here. I mean, I'm losing 50 seconds every move I play, so that because of, I don't know, some connection lag. Oh, yeah, that was obvious. Yeah, now I'm losing. And I cannot even think because of the clock. Yeah, no, it's over. It's not very easy to to stream with my internet connection actually. So he will go back, and I had a bit of a trap. Not anymore. Yeah, knight there, and the elephant is dead. Yeah, no, this is game over. Well, that was clearly a game I should have won. I probably got a bit tilted by the lag. Okay. Very cheap defense, but I try some activation with my with my pawn. Okay. If he does nothing, that will be losing, but of course he knows what to do. I can try to do this in the meanwhile. Not super convincing, but it has the good news to block that guy. And here I have that move that actually may save the day because of all of that. And I believe that will be working-ish. Yeah, he will be happy with that. So It's kind of for free, but there is check. And hello, welcome to the stream, especially from Germany. That's not that far from France. Okay. Now I need to do some scam. So remember that there's no big chunk rule in Kakao Janggi, so we don't care about the king opposition. Check. It's pretty useless. Yeah, I knew that for some reasons. So check. Okay, I will try to trick. Yeah, but it's preparing the middle, which is the correct play. So check. And now cannon there. Just to force some checks. Okay. Okay, I will be able to slide here. So on knight there, I can defend like that. But actually, he's the one finding some moves. Okay. So let's see. Probably this. That's what I would do for him. And now I need to try something. So that's bad for the pawn structure. But since I'm half a point behind, I don't really have choice. Oh, if I go there, knight here, this, it's holding somehow. This, yeah. I knew that. So we'll recycle there. Because that would be cannon check and cannon there. So pushing would be a big mistake. Let's just hide. Oh, he goes here. Okay, that's slightly better for me. I mean, slightly less worse. Okay. Wants to take? No, there's no promotion. You cannot just go there and do a rook. That actually I believe would be a good improvement for the game, because that would change the philosophy of the finals and the material. But no, it's not working like that. Okay, I'm just trying to activate some. Oh, okay, that was the plan. Yeah, I should have seen it. But I'm not really in the game anymore. No, that would be a defeat, which is okay. But I'm kind of annoyed with the unreliability of my internet connection. Is there a last trap? Not really, I'm losing it. Okay, that's all. Yep. Okay, so yeah, I'm stable at that elo. But better should be expected. Okay, so slightly lower elo from us. We are again with red. Oh, and he's not with a side pawn, so I will just take the file. Yeah, and he takes it back. All good, all good. So here, coming back to challenge the file is not that great because it just can go with the elephant. So the best is just to live life and see. So he's doing something weird. Okay, we'll want to go for the elephant sets here because otherwise he would have gone here to hide the king. That would waste one time. So now that I know that information, that means this pawn will be a bit weaker if he goes there. So I can try to think about some plans like that. Okay, so I predicted correctly. So now this, and that's, yeah, maybe already starting few question. Thanks. I just seen your message. That's kind. If you could get me a better internet connection, that would be even better. But no. Okay, so here the goal is to hit on that. It's kind of the first time that I'm trying this kind of, I would say, early attack because that's not developed. But since the elephant was moving out the action, I was like, oh, maybe there's something to do. Yeah, that's what I was expecting, but that leaves some weakness for that. But soon his rook will be defended and that will not be on the table anymore. So I need to play fast, and there I have two solutions. Either I go here, either I go there. And I have to think about that coming. I think I have to go here because I want my elephant to threaten back. But that will leave that slightly weak in some setups. So now I have a choice between this one and that, and I really want that one because that's offering me that square for my rook. And this one is doing a job of defending. That means I can slide my rook maybe. Okay, I'm not seeing the direct potential of that move because that's doing nothing. So now I can do this. Well, I could do it before actually. And it's not doing that much. Or maybe I can go there on the other way. Cannon back. Cannon take. Hmm. Yeah, I want to push. Let me check. Okay, I go here. Maybe the problem on that is like the knight is coming or the elephant there. I have to pay attention to this weakness, but to me it's okay because there is still too much risks on the open file of the king that is worth it losing a pawn. Okay, so either he slides the cannon somewhere on those side, either he goes back to maybe here, which allows me to take, which was what I wanted to do. Yeah, okay, it goes there. I think that's good for me because I can just bring my pawn to the center, charge the file, prepare a room for that elephant. All of that free. But the counterpart is that He's not losing the pawn. Still, I was thinking since the beginning for that move, which I don't know what to think about it. The safe play is maybe to just push, go back and do this, and I am okay because I've put his pawn to the outer side, or I push there. Push, take, take, take. Hard to decide. I think I'll go for that. It's a bit more aggressive. And even if he pushes, no, I can just take with the cannon. So no, that's okay. Asking serious questions. And on that, I can take with the elephant. I can take with the cannon. I can take with the cannon. Okay, so he's actually leaving that, which now maybe gives me an opening for my rook. So that will be a very passive knight, and there may be some weakness to this kind of challenge. So let's activate. Maybe I can try to just push and break him like that. So that's an elephant on the side again. That will be a bit passive. It appears that I am stacking a lot of small advantages, and hopefully that will convert to some winning advantage and combination. I still can think about sacrifice to open my rook if I have a winning combination. I cannot do just for activity, but if there is a combination which requires a rook there, I have that opportunity on the table. Also knowing that this cannon will have a very hard time coming back to the center, and you want to use your piece to attack if that's the plan. So yeah, I was thinking about that, but I don't know. That looks bad. Yeah, that's just not working. Sometimes there is idea when you give the pawn and then you get a fork like that. But here it's not working because I can take with the knight or the elephant. So his position is starting to collapse. But his initial plan when he pushed was to bring the knight, but that was a bad idea because it's just doing nothing. And now I'm getting material advantage and activity advantage. This is passive. This is also doing not that much. And on my side, I can maybe one day sacrifice the elephant, bring the other one. Same for the knight. So that's okay. Alright, so now this is part of the threat, but I believe I need to take and to bring after. Okay. There is a pawn hanging here, but maybe it's poisoned pawn, and now I have to pay attention to that. So I'm expecting something like this to try to break me here, but I will be able to push because my rook is there for now. Which leads me to my idea of taking. It's okay, but maybe it's a bit passive. Okay, no, it's good. It's good because the cannon will be there at the end of the combination, and that will allow some range or some fall back to safe position. The counterpart is that I am giving that side of the board. So as I said, there was combination with cannon there. So now once I slide back, I mean, if I can. Oh, that's a creative move. I'm not sure it's good because I can just do that. And this is hanging. So if you went back, maybe I can just take, and that's starting to be very powerful. Okay. Let's not rush it. Yeah. I mean, it's too strong because there won't be pawn on the side, and that means the elephant will be super strong, the knight will be super strong. And I'm actually thinking about taking there. But no. Just take here. Probably. Oh, I think that's worse because now I have that. And that can be very deadly. So I'm kind of happy with that. I can defend here. I have to pay attention if one day a cannon gets threatened my rook because it would be trapped and dead here. But I don't see a clean defense now for those kind of moves because that's coming really fast and really violently. In the meanwhile, this is dead, this is dead, this is super weak for blue. So unless I mess up something that's basically over. Yeah, and he's trying to save the day. But there is not that many choices. Needs to go here. And now I can take. And I'm very happy to remove the last central defense. Okay, I was thinking about that. Why not? Oh, whoa. My rook is threatened. What am I doing? It's not time to throw. Just that. So check. Oh, no. Come back. Okay, I leave that pawn, but it's fine. So no real threats right now, which means I can counterplay. Probably knight here. I believe it's the best defense. Cannon there. And rook here will be deadly for me at some point. The very good news is that it's not easy for him to bring back the pawn there because that's blocking the rook, blocking the cannon. I have elephant there. So that square, he cannot prevent it properly. The question is it the time to go there now? I believe so. Yeah, rook there is not an option. So the knight has to go here. That's kind of the only square. And that's not a great one. And a knight here. I can wait. I can take here instead of taking the cannon directly. Oh, so he's ignoring that, which I believe is a massive mistake, because I just take that one. And I'm really not afraid of that. There's not enough material to be annoying, and so yeah, it will be fine. Hello, Janggi Explorer. Welcome to the channel. Oh, so now I have discovery with that guy, and I can take that for free. Yeah, I mean, free guard. That's that's not to be refused. Yeah, and it's over. So I would say a bit of a weird opening for my opponent. That's taking a lot of tempo. I was able to spot it. Yeah, you're the second person telling me to put like some Korean in my stream title. I forgot to do it. Yeah. I will try to do it next time. But I'm glad that you were able to find the channel on this and here. That's kind of an aggressive attack already. I'm able to find some, I would say, positional compensation, and then it works kind of well. Okay. So I'd be happy to play with Cho a bit. It's the second game. I'm playing with Han. Well, I would still be with Han. No big deal. And that's an inner elephant game. I still have those lags. Okay. Okay. So just pinning the cannon to avoid the d3 on the rook. And an elephant there. He will probably bring one elephant. That one, I think. Oh, he goes with the knight. Okay, I'm happy with that. It's kind of what I hoped for. And I go with advancing the rook. This, and that will hopefully be a solid enough fortress. Okay. Check. That's doing nothing. There's no like sacrifice that are working. So wait. Nah, there's just nothing. Okay, just it. Yes. Hello, hello, welcome on the stream. Okay, so we're here for this. Still want to sacrifice. So that's bad because it just opens back. And thinking of this, but another part of me is thinking about just like hiding the king, so it's probably safer to play it that way. Yeah. So we will have a bit of a difference, is that my king will be on the side and his will be in the center file. My position is known to be a bit more solid, but that's minor change. But what I can target... Oh, but you can do that. Yeah. So that means I just wasted tempo. And I cannot avoid it because I'm giving a checkmate. Okay. Fair enough. And now that's become again a threat. Mm, can basically go for the same idea, but there is elephant here in the end of the variation. Sorry, knight here, and that will not be good for me. Okay, let's try something. Goes back. Okay, and then pound push, I get this. Just allows me some exchange. Yeah, it's really random play. Don't have particular ambition, just play some game, have fun. Okay, so two ideas. Either I go there. Uh, it's not the same structure in the end. I think that's slightly more accurate. But again, I'm not completely sure. And then I will push. I mean, not next move. That's an idea to keep under the table. We are a bit controlling each other's with the elephant. Just want to check his reaction on that, if he goes for the cannon. No, he goes for that. Okay, that gives me an opening to defend with the rook. Something like that. Yeah, that would be a good move. Yeah, there is the knight. It's not working. Yeah, just link, centralize the pawns, give a room for the elephant, all the good stuffs. Okay. He's trying to squeeze my rook. There would be that move. Thinking about that. Yeah. Because right now I don't have particular ambition with my middle cannon, although it's the one attacking the enemy file. So this, and I would be happy with that. Yeah, but now I can do this. And that's a pinning on an isolated pawn that has targets here. So elephant takes, pawn takes, knight takes. Yeah, well, no. It takes, cannon takes, knight takes this. So that's a defense that is working for me. And he has to move out the elephant, which allows me a useless check. The classic useless checks. I want to try something. So here, take, and if he takes, there is actually a nasty trap, because that would be check and fork. So that's my idea. And if he does not, then I can go here, and that makes my position. Yeah, I'm not sure it makes my position better. But anyways, I still have a lot of threats here. Okay, I will go with that. Okay, so someday I will want to push. Not now, but something I will want. Okay. Yeah, that's one way to remove the pinning, but I can still control a few stuffs. It's not working. If the elephant moves, I have a nice check, but it appears that it's not on the table yet. Oh, okay, okay. Now that's interesting. Take, take. I mean, I can take. So that is starting to be a weakness, but he has something similar. Okay. This take, oh, okay, comes back here. Now that's interesting. Okay, I want to put pressure here. It's like he's going for an exchange. I'm not sure what to think about it. So that's check, which is actually a major difference. Okay, so now the real risk is this. That can be addressed that way. That leads to a new move that will be here, threatening there, and we still have interesting ideas with that. Yes, the knight goes away. And I think I can just try that. Oh, what is this? It's a squareless elephant. That is not dead. No, it is. What a shame. Okay, I accept that. So this goes back. The knight is not that great. Okay. This. I think you should sacrifice because the two elephants will be insanely hard to defend. But I think he goes for the mistake. Uh, yeah, careful with that. Okay, well that will not be arriving. But now that looks cool. And this take. But I need to make sure to have a way back. A way back home. That elephant has not that many spots. I think that's the good move. Because if he goes back, I still have that potential, and if he goes here, and no, I can't. Oh, forgot the elephant here. Okay, that's a solid defense. I will need to find a way to crack that. But for now, there's no emergency. So let's solidify a bit the structure. The point will be to break one of the two pawns to have some push on one side. So already take, and I'm gaining just a bit of space. Okay, so there's a lot of cool ideas. Take, or okay, let's go for that. Taking some space. So I could gain 1 point. But then I have something very hard to defend. So the best is probably to ignore an advanced and solve some of the problems later. If I was very close to 200 moves, I would do this, but it's not really the case. I can try my kind of fork again. And if he goes there, I can just take. Then it checks. And no, not check, there is the knight. So that's go. Oh, he goes there. No, I can't. Every time I forgot that one for some reasons. But I don't know. That's starting to be weird for him. Because this elephant has no real plan. Knight here. What is this? Can just take. Okay, so he took back the lead. But there will be a lot of hard question to answer. First one is that guy. Okay. Still thinking about take, take, take. But it's not super satisfying. Okay. So now there's a bit of a weak position for my cannon that I will hopefully compensate somehow. I'm wondering if he's afraid of... Yeah, he does not care, which is the correct play. Knight there. I'm hesitating. Okay. Let's see if he takes. Yeah, no, it does not. So that's check. That is potentially planned. Oh, that's checkmate. Okay, maybe silly. I saw it and I just like played a bad move. Okay, I think I will stop there. All right. Bye.